Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Can and can take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars on the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Question in the voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Can in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. We live and loud, that break in the mud. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploding like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, their foes can't fight. From sports to politics,
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
And good morning and Merry Christmas, you jack wagons. Good morning, Fred. And look, we've got a Jeremy in the house today instead of a Ken. How'd this happen? Ken, you've lost so much weight. And you're muted. See, this is what happens when JB gets on his computer an hour early. He forgets how to work the sound.
No. It just left me muted for some reason. And for some reason, his channel wasn't working for a minute.
Whose channel wasn't working?
Ken's at first, and it finally popped in. The Packer News.
Oh, yeah. It, it's StreamYard telling us that you've got 6 days to reconnect it, thingy, whatever. Hey, first off, Merry Christmas, JB.
Merry Christmas.
Secondly, what's up with this Monty wanting out of Detroit thing, seeing as you happen to be here this morning, and this news happens to be breaking?
I haven't heard any of it.
Isaac posted it in the back chat. It said that an Instagram source, though, so I'm like, but I don't know. Supposedly, he wants... training the Lion Star running back David Montgomery just liked an Instagram comment under one of his posts telling him to request a trade. The post was, "I love you, bro, but you should request a trade. The way they're treating you and getting Gibbs and glazing Gibbs is atrocious. Look what happens when we don't use you, we lose." And then he liked that comment. Interesting.
It is what it is.
Happy
what?
Christmas.
If he wants out, that's fine. He can't go anywhere until next season.
Happy Christmas clickbait.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
So
he liked the comment. He liked the comment, and that means he wants out. Got it.
I just love the way people draw lines for stuff. Like,
But Parsons doesn't like being hurt. He wants to be traded out of Green Bay.
Yeah.
That makes about as much sense, doesn't it? It's a down year. And you know what? People are going to have those type of feelings at the end of a down year.
I think, though, JB, the other piece of it, though, because let's face it, you and I aren't exactly on the younger end of the fan spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
The younger Lions fans, those guys who are in their 30s, who know nothing but the drought. I get it. Yeah, I mean,
and that's
you're going to have down years. And these young kids, though, especially fan-wise, they don't understand the idea of the down year because, well, they've all been down years. And now you've had 2.5 successful years. 3.5. This year is still successful. I mean, it wasn't a terrible year. It was.
We don't have a losing record yet. And
so I mean,
and we are facing Max Brosmer.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Just saying. What did he have that last game? He started 4 interceptions.
I think if you would have just randomly or just hit C on an answer key for 100 question test, you'd have scored better. If you just went straight C, because when in doubt, Charlie out. So I mean,
I think I'm not saying he can't do good because we don't know. He's only started one game and it was horrible. Let's not sugarcoat it. He had 4
Yeah, no, it
interceptions
was
and a
bad.
fumble.
It was bad. But
I mean,
for Lions
that
fans,
those
though,
2 weeks, if you
I
remember
think
right.
what you're seeing with Lions fans, we see it with Bears fans. The only fan base we really don't see this with the Packers fans because, well, they've been the best of the worst for so long. If they have a down year, they're like, whatever. You won the division this year, we'll just win it next year. Because that's the way things have gone for them for the past. For the Rodgers, Favre era. It's not so much that way in the Jordan Love era for them because now the Lions have come up, the Bears came up this year, the Vikings have come up. So there's more. Um, there is, Fred. There is. Um, I think though for Lions fans though this year, this is like kind of like, well, wait a minute. We're supposed to be winning the North. What the hell is going on here? We still have all our players that we love and adore, and guys, this happens even with look at the Bears last year with all the talent on that roster, couldn't do shit.
It,
Sometimes it's coaching, sometimes it's injuries, sometimes it's
it's a,
guys
you
have
know,
off years.
I,
Sometimes like Romeo Dobbs, like I feel sorry for him. The
I
way
can't
Pack
use it. I can't use injuries as an excuse this year because if you actually look at it, there's only 4 starters on the IR. The rest of them are backups and rotational players.
Good morning there, Broski, coming in from the
Rumble,
what now?
he's on Rumble, right?
Yeah, he's coming in from the Rumble this morning. Outstanding, Broski.
Awesome.
Love you on the Rumble.
Yeah.
That just sounds cool. Rumble just sounds cooler than YouTube. I don't know, but no, look it doesn't have to be IR injuries though. It can be those.
There you go.
Speaking of, you got them. I'll get the comment. You get the broski. Grab the cannoli. Leave the gun.
They had 2 down years, if you remember right. After they won the Super Bowl that next year, they had a down year, and then they had was it the second year with Hurts starting? Wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't. Good morning, Barry. Good morning, Philip, and good morning, broski. Welcome to the show.
And so, everybody forgets they had 2 down years because they traded for Barkley that next season or got him the following season when he was a free agent. And
Yeah,
then
but
all of a sudden, boom.
I can understand it though, like where some the younger Lions fans are coming from and their levels of frustration because they don't necessarily get that. Like they're punch drunk, broski. That's a good way of putting it. They're punch drunk.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Lions, tough year. They got a lot of retooling to do this offseason,
And it's
to put it
mostly the
lightly.
trenches. It's mostly the trenches that we got to fix.
I mean, offensive line, defensive line, agreed. I would say the entire secondary as well. I would say
I'm not saying the
I would
entire.
say the entire tight end room as well. I would also say you need to find a new OC and DC as well. So, and
There's
I
possibly
think
a
our
new.
I
I like
disagree
their
because I think Kelvin Shepard was doing a great job during
Yeah,
our winning streak.
I like Shepard. I think he's
And
okay with the DC.
once you lose 3/5 of your starting safety room, we still had one game that was great out of it. And then after that, Hutch got paid on October 29th, and the entire defensive line disappeared at the same time that everybody wants to blame him. Nobody was winning their one-on-ones, and he couldn't get
So
through.
I like Shepard as a DC broski. To be honest with you, OC wise, yes, Morton Salt Company wasn't
Got to go.
the answer that Lions fans had hoped for. Their secondary, I think, has been their issue this entire run. It's been serviceable at times, but probably never really where they wanted it to be ever. Their trenches have been. It's kind of funny because they've been really good and they've been really bad. And here's the thing, when we talk about retooling, I don't think they've got massive retooling. Sometimes it's like it's like the Bears defensive line right now. Like Gervin Dexter Jr. is having a down year this season so far. Like last year, he was much better in disrupting things in the middle of the line. Montez has come on towards the end. Booker is showing a lot of promise, like we thought he would. Right, he's getting to the quarterback. Obviously, he's drawing penalties for getting to the quarterback. But what's the problem? Well, Grady Jarrett was supposed to be our fix. Well, Grady Jarrett, I don't think he's completely worked out. He's been serviceable. He's not terrible, but and he has made a couple plays that the announcers are calling his name for batting down the ball. He finally got a sack 2 weeks ago. But like sometimes the difference is one guy. Like if the Bears replace Grady Jarrett with a better interior defensive tackle, right? All of a sudden, maybe Dexter has I don't want to say he sucks, but maybe goes back on the up like he was last year. It can be as simple as just adding one guy can unlock an entire line. Like I don't think they need to revamp everything. They've got to figure out where's our weak link in our D line, for example, for that or their O line. And maybe if you fix those two players, those two slots, the rest of it kind of comes back into place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you also just mentioned the Bears situation, but the Lions situation, like DJ Reader, to me, just looks like he's washed. Like he looks like he doesn't have much to offer anymore. McNeil, yeah, he might get cut because I mean I'd have to take a look at the details of his contract, dead cap and all that crap. But long story short, okay, whatever. Long story short, he sucks. Like he's not playing good. Him and DJ Reader they look like bums out there. I mean, I can't really say it another way. Tyleek Williams is showing he's not ready yet.
Yeah, but
like that's their guys in the middle. They got this Lopez guy. Okay, he might be a good rotational guy, but he's not a starter. You know what I mean? And then defensive end. Are you going to resign Davenport again? Like,
no.
What are you doing there? Are you going to rely on a kid from Egypt to come in and save the day? Like, what are we doing? So they need a lot of work on that D line.
Yeah, but I mean, like JB, if there was one guy who you would say would be the key to maybe. Who would be the one guy? Let's say because look, you have limited resources. You've got money, and of course we'll see what the free agency list looks out of. But like, if you had to fix one slot on the D line, one slot on the O line, where would you put that money at?
The opposite defensive end of Hutch.
So you're going. Hey, good Merry Christmas and good morning, Billy, and bear down. Yeah, I mean, see, I think. Look, if you can't do what the Bears did, and what the Bears did was pretty freaking awesome. Now that we look back on it, I mean, what we were able to pull off, but with a free agent signing, a trade, and 2 trades, and then a draft pick for that O line. I mean, how often can you see a whole line transformed from one of the worst to one of the best in one offseason? It's a pretty rare thing to have happen. I don't think the Lions need to go as extreme as Chicago did on their offensive line as far as the repair job. But I agree with Broski. I think JB does too. They need to repair their line some little bit. And look, you get aging out. We're 2 years removed from where that was the best offensive line in football, where Monty would get a ball or Gibbs would get a ball and no one touched them for 5 yards, which ironically is kind of what's happening in Chicago now. It's not quite 5 yards. It's like 2 or 3 yards, but still, they're not done. And I think some of the Lions fans that are reacting, I get it, the last 2.5 years you've been used to a certain thing. Things change, right? I mean, look at Green Bay. They're going to be the worst of it when they finally get to, because I think they're still shoestringing it. Like they're making changes and they made the big splash, right, with Micah. But now you're coming into a year next year with no Micah for probably the first half of it.
Right.
They have no first round draft pick. They don't spend the money in free agency. They have a little bit of money to spend in free agency, but they don't make these big moves. That's Green Bay thing. Well, Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota all show the proclivity to make the moves they need to make. And this division's obviously a lot better. And let's face it, Minnesota's problem is a quarterback and health issues this year. So they can snap back next season if JJ stays healthy and is the guy. Green Bay's going to find itself in a position going, what the hell? Why aren't we that good? Because you're still not making the strides. They're holding on and they're doing an admirable job of it. But at some point, their deck of cards is going to come crashing down too.
Yeah. So I'll tell you the difference between the last 2 seasons and this season. After we lost the Rams game, guess what I did last Friday? A mock draft already. I haven't done a mock draft. I haven't done a mock draft in season since the 2022-23 season. And I sat there and I looked at what you were saying, Broski, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to show you what I did because I actually loaded it in here.
Cool.
I
Let's
stayed
see.
where I was at. I didn't do any trades, but this is what I ended up with.
Oh, great. I got
All right. Let me see. Let me see here, JB. Give me a second here.
tackle, yeah. An edge, okay.
Kind of rumbles like the pond.
That's it.
Okay. Oh yeah, Proctor. I know you like him. He's a good pick. Yep. Kenyatta Jackson. Oh, you got Logan Jones. Yep. Safety. Yeah, that kid's talented. You just edge. Yeah, I mean, you got a corner. Yeah, I mean, JB, you're hitting on the positions, man. Like you really
Right.
are. And another thing that's good that I like personally, you're sticking with the SEC and the Big Ten, which is always a good move.
Right. And
Hey,
those two
hold
kids
on,
out of
hold on, real quick. Just a quick note, Vinny. DM me on Facebook, please, and I'll send you the link. Okay, go ahead, guys. Sorry.
Oh, is that Vinny Go Pack Go you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you have? Or can you send the link?
I don't have his email yet. We've been talking. He's been wanting to be on, but I haven't been able to.
But yeah, JB, it's an excellent draft for centers and left tackles, which I feel the Lions need both. So
Right.
it's a good draft for that.
And Logan Jones being a top 10 center that fell to the 4th round where I had that pick, that was a great pick there in the 4th round.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's I feel several centers this draft that can come in and have a chance to be starters right away, which is very unusual for a center. Just for the center position. So
I was not gonna wait for a day 3 pick at edge. You know what I mean? That's why I took the kid out of Ohio State who had a very productive year. He's been good in moments the years before as rotational, but this year as a starter, he stood out on that D line.
I mean, I'll argue that center is now the second most important position on the O line, and yeah, there's a lot expected out of centers, man.
Thank you. He subbed.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I look at the off season thing. And obviously we're a little bit away. I know for the Lions, you guys are starting to look into it. I get it. That's where we were last year. I don't think they have as much work to do as we may think they do. I think they need to pick up a couple people, and they will. They're going to spend some money, but it's going to be interesting to see what free agency looks like this year, what surprise cuts are coming, and there always is, right? Look at the difference in this league is one score. It's 70% of the time it's one score. The Lions aren't out of it. They don't have to do like a massive overhaul. I think we look at it this way because of our division. But shit, look at San Francisco with duct tape and bubble gum. How they're keeping that thing together. Eventually, they're like the Packers. Eventually, the duct tape and bubble gum isn't going to work. And so, yeah, I mean, Detroit doesn't have too many issues. They're going to be okay. Minnesota doesn't have too many issues. They're going to okay. Minnesota's got some cap issues to figure out, but Kwesi and his crew always figure that out. Chicago doesn't have many issues. I think Chicago is drafting defensive tackle. Vinny, if you can't find me on Facebook, go to my X account and just send me a friend request. Follow me on X, and I'll follow you back, and I'll message you the link. And my X account's right here on the screen at Talking Sports 18 on X. Or if JB can message you from his YouTube.
Or that's my Facebook name. If you can find me on Facebook, just send me a message there.
There we go. We'll get you on here, Vinny.
Here we go.
So I mean, I don't think these teams are too far gone, and even the Raiders. Speaking of teams that who need to do things, but like I said, even with the Raiders, I think if they just get a quarterback, they're a lot better. I mean, they need more than a quarterback, but if they just add the right quarterback, dude, they've got the running back. Genty, I'm sorry, broski. I know we both were we were on the anti-Genty train for the Bears, and we didn't need him, right? So we were right to be so, right? Because Monangai's was a masterful draft pick. But Genti, you have to admit, has shown out really good for the Raiders this year.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree. So I mean, I did say his best statistical season might be his rookie year. But yeah, I mean, his yards per carry is not good. Like, like I said, he's going to be their
Not
starting
be
running
the
back
game
for a
he was
while.
playing
But I just, yeah, I don't see that. Like, really, he's any better than a lot of other running backs, in this draft. So I mean,
look at
Hey, Broski,
Monangai was a home run. Monangai is probably the best running back in this draft for value, right? But I could see where Genti's like they don't need to worry about the running back position for the Raiders next year. They have the running back. They have their tight end. They've got obviously Max. They've got a couple other pieces of that team that are really good. I think they're like a quarterback. They need O-line. Everyone in this league needs O-line. Let's just predicate that. There's not a team out there that doesn't need to draft O-line, to include the Bears, right? Because you are going to need rotational guys. But they're a quarterback change away. Maybe this year they're going quarterback. They need to get a quarterback, some offensive line help, and a receiver, and their offense is right back at it. I mean, they don't need to overhaul the entire offensive line. They might just need that one key piece that unlocks their line, so to speak.
I would look at least two offensive linemen and I have the specific ones in mind. Dylan Parham he started off showing some promise, and now he's at pretty much the end of his rookie contract. I think he's going to be a free agent, either a free agent or he'll be a free agent at the end of next year. But he just hasn't panned out. So we need a left guard, or unless we're going to move the rookie Rogers to left guard. So we need a right, and well, it depends on if they keep Jackson Powers Johnson at guard or at center. I would replace center as well. Jordan Meredith is absolute garbage. And then I might consider a right tackle. DJ Glaze has been like, see, when the whole offensive line has been this bad this year, it's kind of hard to say like, well, he's been solid. Like, no, he really hasn't either. So, I would overhaul the majority of the line. I would keep JPJ and Colton Miller, and maybe I would, if Rogers, the rookie, acquits himself the next few weeks, I might consider keeping him. But as far as Genti goes, Broski, you said his yards per attempt is not good, but can we both agree that his yards per attempt is pretty good for the offensive line that he's been playing with for the season?
I mean,
he's averaging 3.5 an attempt, which is,
yeah. I mean,
it's not NFL good, but it's, I mean,
given the line he's working with.
Let me take a step back. I would say that I think they kind of do need to do what the Bears did and get, like, honestly, 4 new starters on the O-line. Like, so I will say that. So their O-line honestly is possibly the worst in the league. I think, possibly, definitely bottom 3. So if that happens, then we'll get a clearer picture of Genti. I will say that. I'll give you that.
That's what I'm saying. Genti's acquitted himself pretty good given the line and the game he just had last week. He rushed for 200 and some odd yards. I mean, and he broke one. I mean, oh, there we go. Vinny, let's welcome Vinny to the. Oh wait, is Vinny even got a tie on? Well, oh my God,
Vinny.
Good morning, Vinny.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
How
Can you hear me?
professional. Yes, we hear you fine. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah,
I know on these things people have like low quality equipment, so I figure if I hop on, better be of quality.
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you.
Here we go. And you're here just in time to talk about some Christmas games, of which we get to watch. Look at this year's. This was funny. Thanksgiving. I thought Thanksgiving, the slate of games for Thanksgiving weekend for the Thursday, Friday, it was great, right? The NFL got lucky. A lot of really good games. Christmas, not so much, guys. Tomorrow at noon, And I think aren't these all mostly Netflix tomorrow?
Yeah, they're
Um,
all Netflix.
The
All
first
three of
two
them.
are Netflix.
Oh, the last
Yeah.
one's Peacock, right?
Yeah, it's Peacock, which no one's gonna watch. Because you got the Cowboys and Commanders tomorrow, the Lions Vikings tomorrow, which does have playoff implications theoretically, and then Broncos Chiefs. So Cowboys Commanders, I mean, there's no playoff implications. These are two struggling teams. I don't think there's much to talk about there. Broncos Chiefs, like the Chiefs, it's funny, man. They lose Mahomes, then they lose down by the river. Then the guy who lives in the van by now, the Minshew, right? He's out now. They're on their third string quarterback. Poor Kelsey. If he's going to retire, he's going to go out just getting destroyed every single game. So Vikings Lions is the only thing we really have to talk about. And Lions are 7.5-point favorites playing to keep their playoff hopes alive. Do the Vikings have a chance to play spoiler here? Or should the Lions just mollywop the Vikings?
It's Max Brosmer. Until I see him play more than one drive where he leads a score, I can't expect much out of him.
Yeah, he had a pretty infamous last start. I mean, he had one pass where it looked like he was diving into a foxhole and tossing a grenade. So I don't know. In theory, I think the Lions should honestly go up there and take care of business pretty easily.
Vinny, I even noticed your room is green. Oh my God. Such a Packers fan. He's got the green hue on the lighting in his room.
I think that's
Yep.
LED lighting.
Yeah.
Well, it changes color.
There
Awesome.
you go. Yeah, I used to do the same thing.
Vinny,
So
I have
what
to
do you
ask,
think?
I wanted to ask if he's available tonight at 9:30 p.m. because we have our pick'em show for the entire
Yeah, the
week.
Pick'em show. Yeah. Oh, now we're red. There we go. Now we're being festive. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you think
That didn't
the
last
Vikings have Hey, Vinny, do you think the Vikings have a shot of hell tomorrow, or should they just not answer the snooze bar and sleep in and kind of miss the game?
I think the big question is who the heck's their quarterback going to be?
It's Max Brosmer.
Who the heck is,
JJ.
who is that?
Yeah, they're UDFA, the one that threw 4 picks and a fumble in the last game he started.
Oh yeah, they're not winning that
the
game.
2 weeks back with JJ, after he beat us, he went on the road. Remember that? And he had a 32.9 passer rating. Max Brosmer was below that. And in those 2 weeks, if both QBs would have just spiked the ball every play, they'd have got a 36.9.
Barry's got it. Kevin O'Connell's suiting up the play. He's gonna be a player coach.
I mean, the Lions still have a playoff opportunity if they win out.
Right. If
They
we win
do,
out and Packers
but-
lose out, that's the
That's the only
caveat.
scenario. Yeah.
All you guys
So-
got to do is one, and we're out.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Bears and the Packers on Friday's show because obviously we're gonna take Christmas off tomorrow. We're not gonna do a show. We could. It's not like I have little kids here at the house anymore. I could, but other people have kids at the house, so let them enjoy Christmas.
I'm a kid.
I know
My
you
mom's kid.
So, I mean, Christmas is going to be a boring day for football, unfortunately, which means you might have to watch basketball or it'd be nice to watch some hockey. But man, I'll tell you what, this has been one of those seasons. Like, if we had said at the beginning of the year the Bears would be a win away from winning the division, with the possibility at Week 17 of still being able to get the 1 seed, the Lions would be out of the playoffs. The Vikings, well, some people did pick the Vikings to be where they're at, to be honest. And that the Packers would be, well, I think where the Packers are is where most people thought they would be. But especially if you look at the Bears and the Lions, if you look at where they're at, teams have been like, people would have been like, I don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot of Packer fans when I said the Bears would be between 7 and 10 and a dark horse team. The playoffs said, oh, you're crazy. Well, yet here we are. It's been one of those seasons, but once again, I think this season shows that how close this league is. Ooh, we're gonna have Woody this morning. Let me bring Woody up here really quick. Oh, wait, let me wait for his camera to work. So I mean, yeah, I
I
mean,
think the
Vinny, you know, you've been watching the show all season. I mean, where do you think we're at, like as far as where your expectations were at the beginning of the year compared to where you are right now?
Well, I definitely knew that the Vikings would struggle because J.J. McCarthy barely had any reps. They decided he was the guy, but if you don't have enough reps, how are you going to be productive, right?
Yeah, they based it off that preseason before he hurt his knee. Good morning, Woody.
Yep, the morning wood.
Oh, Ben Johnson, I had no idea that Ben Johnson would have transformed the Bears the way he did. And I kind of thought that it would have affected the Lions a little bit, especially offensively.
And it did.
And it did,
Because
yeah.
let's face it, Martin Salt, you can talk about it that first 9 weeks he was coaching. We had that great game versus Chicago, the great game versus the Ravens, but other than that, it was meh. I mean, everybody expected us to beat the Bengals and Browns.
I mean, in week 1 and week 2 in this league kind of proved out what we've been saying, though. Like the preseason, you know, they're talking about making it 2 games. It needs to go back to 4.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be
100%.
honest. Let's be real. It's got to go back to 4. Week 1 and week 2 were terrible in the NFL this year for games. I mean, because then when people go, look what we did in week 2 to you, dude, the teams you faced in week 2 compared to what you face right now, not even the same. Look what we did to you in week 1. Yeah, those week 1 teams are nothing compared to what they were then. You know, I mean, they need to go back to 4 preseason games.
We got to hope that Kirby goes ahead and gets that knee surgery that he has to have, because that cartilage that he has damage to doesn't heal itself. It's not an ACL. It's not an LCL. It's some sort of other one. But there has been about 25 surgeries, and 13 of them have came back to have productive careers. We need him to do that, because that's the difference in our secondary. When he's on the field, you see a lot more communication and a lot more fluidity, even with the backups out there at corner. When he's not out there, you don't see that.
I'm tired of hearing it, bud. I'm tired of hearing about backups because these are professional players here, guys. Professional players. If your backups can't go out and win a game for you, then you're bad at freaking drafting and recruiting and all that shit. I'm tired of hearing these goddamn backups of last week's game. I think Malik Willis did better than Jordan Love did, even though he was only in 1 quarter. I'm just tired of hearing it. Is Romeo Doubs a backup that he fumbled that onside kick? No. So I'm done hearing it. I heard it all week.
No. I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about something totally different.
I like the passion, Woody. I like the passion.
I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm tired of it.
Here's the funny thing, though, and Vinny, I'm sure you can get the irony in this. I've been defending Romeo Doubs all week because there have been a lot of Packer fans like, oh my God, the guy's a bum, get rid of him. Like, if you look at Romeo Doubs in that situation, it's not like you're catching a perfect spiral ball thrown to you by your quarterback. You're trying to catch a knuckleball that came off the foot of Cairo Santos in a situation in the game, which, you know, he made the same mistake that we see top-notch receivers make in this league all the time. He's watching the ball a second before he finishes the catch, if you will. He looks up or kind of, he takes his eye off the ball to see how he's going to get basically destroyed. How many guys are coming to pile on him, right? That's what he's doing. Like, how bad am I about to get hit, right? He takes his eye off the ball for the split second. It's not like it's a normal catch. It's a knuckleball, right? He's going towards the ground. And so he kind of muffs it. Now, this is no different than DJ Moore taking his eyes off the ball at the last second and dropping a ball, or Jamar Chase or JJ or any of these other top receivers who we see do this from time and again. It happens, right? We see these guys, professionals, great top of their game receivers, still make this fundamental mistake. Dobbs made that fundamental mistake, and the Bears, Josh Blackwell, was able to capitalize on it because they put 6 guys or whatever on him, and then he's not going to get the ball. And now some Packer fans, oh my God, Dobbs is terrible, blah, blah, blah. No, he made a common mistake that even the best receivers in this league make.
But that's the other thing I could bring up too is that I shut a couple Packers fans up this week because they kept making their excuses and stuff like that. I'm like, how did you let an undrafted rookie catch a tying touchdown wide open in back of the end zone? Oh, they had nothing to fucking say to that.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, I agree. Well, yeah, that was a good play design, and they confused the defense. So kudos to Ben Johnson on the play design, which is I think that's something that we saw a lot different, just how good the play design is with Ben Johnson. But like Romeo Dobbs, guys, Packer fans, get off Dobbs, man. If it wasn't for Dobbs, you wouldn't have even been in that game.
Nope.
Like he was your receiving core in that game.
So you want my opinion?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So for that game, I wouldn't blame Dobbs completely. Of course, he could have caught that ball. But there were other factors, too, that dictated the outcome of what held the Packers back. If Brinson, the rookie defensive lineman, didn't grab the face mask of Caleb Williams at 3rd and 20, it was 3rd and 20, he grabs the face mask and automatically gave the Bears life in that situation.
Well,
Josh Jacobs fumbles the ball in the red zone. They're about to score. He fumbles the ball. That affected the game.
Yep.
And there was other things too. You know, the Packers could have caught interceptions that went through the hands of McKinney. You know, you can't sit there and just blame one thing because there's so many missed opportunities by the team.
And there's missed opportunities by the Bears as well. I mean, Zacchaeus had a big drop again across the middle. And, you know, with Brinson's face mask, I know it was a 3rd and 20, but if he didn't grab his face mask, who knows what Caleb could have done throwing on the run. That's his best agility to do that. So you never know what's going to happen with these penalties or turnovers are part of the game. And we're number 1 in the league. So we knew we were going to get a turnover that game.
I think the NFL, you know, with the penalties, like the face mask, okay, that's legit. You could tell. I mean, he pulled them around. I mean, I don't have a problem with the way they call face masks, but they need to kind of call them consistently because Caleb got his face mask pulled in the Vikings game and it wasn't called. They're going to miss, and I understand they're human. They're going to miss stuff, but these like the call on the first call on Booker for the body weight thing.
Oh,
I still want the NFL to explain to me how he's put his full body weight on Jordan Love when his left hand is fully extended to keep his body off him, and he tries to roll to the right to not put his full body weight on him. How that was him putting his full body. And then also, I want to know from the NFL, what are these defensive ends or these defensive tackles supposed to do when they're sacking the quarterback and tackling them? I mean, they're tackling them. I mean, it's hard enough just to get the tackle. Now you want me to, levitate 2 inches above the quarterback or something? I don't get. So that penalty, like, not as bad as, say, the Brinson penalty, but it did give the Packers life. And then the hit on Jordan Love were, you know, the helmet-to-helmet thing. And now they're saying, well, no, they try to change up to, well, no, it's because he led with the helmet. Now, if that was a call, yeah, you shouldn't lead with the helmet. I would agree with that flag. But I've seen too many, and this is not, I'm not attacking Jordan Love with this, but he's the example because he's the one, you know, that both our teams had. And before I do that, good morning, you Jack Wagon. Good to see you this morning. Merry Christmas, Ginger. You know, look, Jordan Love did what a lot of quarterbacks in this league are doing, right? So yeah, definitely this isn't about last game as much, Barry, as what I'm about to say is just in general. I'm tired of quarterbacks dipping their helmet as they're about to get hit for a sack to draw that helmet-to-helmet flag. And I've seen it across the league this year a lot. Like, I get it, we're protecting the quarterback, but you get to the point where the quarterbacks are using it as a weapon.
But
right?
hey,
So
Vinny, since you're a Packer fan, if you're a Packer fan, I want to hear your opinion on this because all Packers fans are talking the same. Now, with that hit with Booker with Jordan Love, did Jordan Love initiate that by dipping his head? Your opinion.
Just it was a bang play. If you're a quarterback, you're not. I mean, of course, he's trying to be aware of defenders in front of him, but he's probably scanning the field. But the way that he tackled him, it looked like a tackle to take him out. He didn't tackle him at the midsection or at the legs. He tackled him upward, up here, you know, in this general area. It was pretty obvious he was trying to take him out.
Hold on a second, guys. But Vinny, that play, I mean, if he hadn't dipped his head, he wasn't tackling him
Yeah,
here.
he was tackling him here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
I
you
mean,
gotta
that's
understand
what I was getting at. Quarterbacks.
Perspective of a quarterback. You're scanning the field,
Oh, dude, he was
and
right
out
in
of
front
nowhere,
of him.
some
He
guy
knew he was
hits
there.
you. What
He
are
looked
you
right
gonna
at him.
do in a split second? You're
Yeah,
gonna
but he
look
looked
up
right
and
at him.
take
He
the
knew he
hit.
was there.
Now-
You're gonna look down,
Yeah, but
especially
Vinny,
if the
he
guy's
looked.
gonna him kind of upward like that.
Yeah, but
compare-
Vinny,
It was
And
an
Woody,
upward angle. It wasn't like
but
to
hold
the
on a
midsection
second.
or
I'll get you in a
lower.
second, JB. I see your hand up there, but hold on, give me a second. But Vinny, it's not like it was a side hit. He was literally right in front of him. I mean, if he couldn't see Booker right in front of him, then Jordan Love needs to go get his eyes checked. Go ahead, JB.
So I want to say Jordan Love needs to take a page out of a certain quarterback in Detroit because Jared Goff never lowers his head. He takes the hit in his chest. I watched that play, and he literally did. Just before Booker got there, he went like this.
yeah, he
If he wouldn't
crouched
have
up.
went like that, if he wouldn't have crunched up, he would not have been hit in the shoulders and face mask.
And that's the point I'm getting to. I'm not trying to bet. This is not a batch on Jordan Love as an individual either. Don't get me wrong. I see quarterbacks across the league doing this because they know it's an easy 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for this contact. So they're getting away with it. So we need the league rules committee to look at this and go, look, there needs to be a corresponding penalty here. If the quarterback lowers their head to initiate this helmet to helmet, they should get flagged just like the defensive player would, because you know what? You got to protect the defensive player too. The defensive players are the ones who are being forgotten about in all these rules. And we're seeing defensive players now getting hurt in bigger numbers than we've seen in years past. And I think it's hard enough to do their job as it is to get to the quarterback, to get the sack, right? Unless you're Myles Garrett, it seems. But when the quarterbacks dip their head to initiate that contact, especially when they're in front of them, I'm sorry, yeah, the slide thing too. Sometimes they let the guy initiates the slide and gets hit, and they say, well, because he wasn't on the ground yet. Okay. Sometimes though, the second he initiates it, if you breathe on him, it's a flag.
Right.
Give me some consistency there too.
Now I'm just tired of people calling that a dirty hit. You want to go back to a dirty hit? Go back to Charles Martin and against Jim McMahon.
Thank
Well,
you.
look, it was such a dirty hit. He didn't get fined and he didn't get suspended for it.
Yeah, and
I'm
Woody,
pretty
just so you
sure-
know, Vinny's been crying about it all week, man, all week. So I don't understand why this is so difficult to see that Jordan Love crunched up right when Booker was literally coming right at him, right in front of him.
At his head, up in here.
Because
If
he
he would've
did.
done this, he would've been-
Vinny, I almost think it might be brain damage with you. You go watch the play again and stop playing pretend. Come on, Vinny.
I mean,
He could've hit him a little
look, and
lower
then
than
Bill the
that,
Packer fan tried to say, well, he was getting hit from behind. I said, well, okay, even if that is true, let me look at the play again.
It wasn't true.
It wasn't true.
If you hit him lower, they'll call you hitting a low hit on a quarterback.
Right.
Come on. That's
So,
Well,
tried to hit him with the
and look,
It hit the
I don't
numbers.
want to make this about Jordan Love, so let's give Vinny a respite
But
here. But
It's in the
I mean,
past,
I think
guys. It's in the
it's-
past.
over.
It's a quarterback issue in general in the league they need to fix, right? This how you can hit the quarterback needs to change, and just unfortunately for Vinny, Jordan is the example that is most recent in all our minds. But this has been a league issue, and 9 times out of 10, the quarterback doesn't get a concussion out of it. But then I also have to wonder, with the concussion protocol, was that the hit that caused a concussion, or was he already somewhat concussed from other hits he had taken in the game, and they had just not looked at it? Because look, last year with Brisker, none of us had any idea after he laid out some wood and put on a big hit on a guy, and then played the rest of the game that no one knew he had a concussion until it was time to get on an airplane to go to London. Right? So, I mean, the concussion protocol thing is good. It works for the most part, but I don't think that play necessarily might have been what caused him to be concussed. He could have already been concussed from other hits before that hit. So, I mean, I'm just saying the NFL needs to look at the way they handle these flags for hitting the quarterback in general. And then why do we not do the flags for, with certain other plays? Well, what about the hit on DJ Moore across the middle when the ball was even near him? I mean, that was a dirty hit. We just slammed the guy in the back.
Okay.
Maybe the ref didn't see it. There was no flag, but there's some things that the rules guys need to look at this year and go, look, like we get the intent, the spirit of the intent of what we were trying to do, but some of the players, mostly these quarterbacks are violating the spirit of the intent and now utilizing this rule that was designed to protect them as a weapon to gain yardage.
The only guys that's hard to hit in the torso in this league is Bryce Young and Kyler Murray.
Because they're so short.
Exactly. Because these guys got to get on their knees to hit them in the midsection.
And on Saturday night, there was a lot of missed calls. Packers fans are saying they missed this call. Listen, the hold on Komet on going towards the sidelines. Come on, man. Just say good game. We'll see you in the playoffs. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, don't get me started. I'm fucking worked up.
Yeah, so Cam, that was one thing I asked yesterday. Like, New York is watching these games. The rules guys. I don't know if New York, like, I don't think some of these plays should be a coach's challenge that we as fans have issues with. But look, I think New York should be able to say, hey, look, on an instant, on a flash replay, whatever we're going to call it, you guys missed this. Here's the course correction. I don't see. It's kind of like how, God, I haven't done this in a while, how soccer uses VAR, right? So, like, the referee doesn't call a play. He's playing, and the VAR guy will, and the mic and the refs here say, hey, man, you need to stop. There was a foul there that you need to call, right? And they'll have that discussion, whatever. VAR can interrupt the game and stop the game in soccer. I don't, basically what the NFL has is kind of like VAR. It is VAR. We just call it something different. I don't see why New York can say, hey, you missed this hit over the middle, or hey, you missed this hold. I just don't think, so that the NFL in general they got to be careful because, my God, there's a penalty on every single play in every single game. Find me a single play in this league where you're not going to find an infraction happen.
Exactly.
No one's crying over a win.
I just thought it was poetic justice that after that dirty ass hit that DJ Moore took in the back, he caught the game winner on Nixon. Like, I thought that was poetic justice, dude. Like, sometimes the universe has its own way of working things out.
Yeah. And I also liked watching Montez Sweat pound Malik Willis on that last play of regulation. I was like, oh, you want another hit on your quarterback because you're crying about the first one? Here you go. Let's see if either can play this week.
Yeah, Cam. I think they're going to look at something like that. I think they should. Vinny, what's the quarterback situation though for your team right now? I mean, Love is out with concussion protocol still. Is Malik is he able to go, or is he out with the shoulder?
What I'm hearing is that Malik Willis will be suiting up, is what I've heard. And they might bring somebody from the practice squad as a backup, and then
Sean
you have
Clifford
your emergency quarterbacks in Jaden Reed and Josh Jacobs as emergency quarterbacks.
Wow.
Yeah. Josh
Well,
Jacobs.
you know what? They're playing the Wildcat the whole fucking game Sunday.
But I would think that the NFL would want the Packers to lose this football game just so that final week there would be more relevant games of whether or not the Lions or the Packers make it to the playoffs.
Oh, Vinny, do you think this sport is scripted? Come on now.
I think there's favoritism in certain games based off the betting, for sure.
Goodell actually came out and said it. What was it, 4 years ago, when he said, hey, just like the WWE let Undertaker go 21-0 in the WrestleMania. He actually said these words.
Every Thursday night football game, the underdog
is boring as hell.
Every Thursday night football game, every underdog has won this week for the most part, about 90% of the time.
So the Packers got Baltimore, who they're playing for their hopes and dreams to not be.
Without Lamar.
Yeah.
So without Lamar, but they're in a situation like, look, they're in that rare air where their backup is. From their start of their backup, they don't really miss much. Kind of like how Malik has been for Green Bay. Like Malik versus Love. I mean, hell, last year Packer fans debated keeping Malik as a starter when Love got back, right? So I mean, their backup. It's the two really good backup quarterbacks. I mean, I kind of agree with Vinny though. Like, if the Packers win this game, or lose this game, I'm sorry, and the Lions win, week 18, now that Bears-Lions game could mean something just in terms of, win and get in. Same for the Packers. And then for the Bears, depending on what happens with Seattle, if Seattle loses this week, the Bears can own the tiebreak on the NFC West in general. The Bears could get the number 1 seed, so they'll have something to play for. So that Bears-Lions game, let me tell you, that could be kind of like almost like I dare say a relook of what 2010 was. Except I don't think the Bears already had the 1 seed, but this would be like the Bears beat the Lions, they get the 1 seed, and the Lions are out. If the Lions win, the Bears are the 2 seed, and they're in. And then, by the way, we meet next week again, same bat time, same bat channel for the first round of the playoffs. I mean, that would be interesting. I hate that in terms of playing a team back-to-back weeks.
Nope.
But the NFL.
What? You're missing the other one. What will happen is, let's say Packers lose, Lions win, Bears lose. You guys automatically win the division because either one of us can only get 10 wins.
Well, yeah. If Packers lose, we win the division right away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're playing at home against a depleted Baltimore secondary. Derrick Henry is still fumbling the ball. All they really have is Zay Flowers and Hopkins.
Jacobs, so.
And I think it's going to come down to the Bears have to win one of these 2 games to win a division. I don't think the Packers are going to lose.
And then you've got the Seattle. If Seattle loses, the Bears, if the Bears win out, they can be the number 1 seed. So I mean, there's still some good television for the NFL to draw viewers in for drama, right? Like what's going to happen. So I agree with Vinny though. I think the NFL would love to have the Lions win tomorrow and the Ravens to win this weekend and make week 18 these massive games. Like that Packers-Vikings game would be massively important. So you get viewership. The Bears-Lions would be massively important, would get viewership. And even like the Seattle game, the Rams game. I mean, really all those games would mean something.
Who'd have thought this game would actually mean something at the end of the year? Seattle at Carolina.
Yeah.
That's a huge game.
Huge game.
It's a way bigger game than everybody needs because both of them are division winners right now.
Is that at Carolina or Seattle?
It's at Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
So though? Yeah, so they've lost 1 game on the road and 2 games at home have Seattle.
But yeah, Seattle's better on the road.
Yeah.
Right.
So the Panthers are much better at home. Yeah, the Panthers are like every team's better at home, but the Panthers like really take it to the extreme. They're much better at home.
The Carolina natives are all delusional. I see that.
The only team better than Carolina at home has been Denver because they've only had 1 loss.
Yep. Have a good Christmas there, Barry.
Have a good one, Barry.
The Bears at home, I think, are only 1 loss too, though. Aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
But I want to say this. My 3 picks for tomorrow. I got the 1-star rating system over Washington because they have even a worse defense than Dallas. Lions over Vikings, and Denver definitely over the 3rd-string quarterback of the Queefs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no argument for me on that.
What's a queef? What's a queef, JB? I don't know. I don't understand.
That's that team that doesn't have Chief Frog Throat through him this week.
Oh, I thought it meant another thing. I'm sorry.
Have a good
one. How's that smell? How's that smell?
Hey, I gotta give Vinny some credit here. Vinny makes his debut. Oh, JB went to go set up his show. Vinny making his debut on the show, and he shows up with a collared shirt and a tie. And I know Santa.
Oh, I thought that was Clay Matthews. I thought that was Clay Matthews on your tie.
No, it's Will Ferrell.
It's Elf. Yeah, I know.
Look at guys. Vinny set a new standard for us to show up on the morning. We have to, have a tie.
And
here I'm wearing a Connor Bedard Blackhawk sweater, right? And here's Vinny. I got the tie. What are you talking about?
See, I want overall, I want the Bears to go out and earn the division. I want them to win and then get in. I don't like to watch help for us to win the division. So hopefully, we'll know if we win the division or not with after the Packers game, because our game's what, 8:20.
Yeah, we're Sunday Night Football America. So, Vinny, I mean, what do you see in your Packers? I mean, and you can come back on Friday if you want. We're not going to do a show tomorrow. If you want to come on Friday, we'll talk definitely a lot more about this Packers game. But you've got a few minutes left. What do you think about this Packers Ravens game? What's it, as a Packer fan, what's it look like to you?
To me, it really depends on who plays, who's playing at quarterback on both sides of the field, not just the Packers, but also the Ravens, and who actually will play that returns from injury. Packers got a guy they call Mini Micah, Colin Oliver. He is what they call Mini Micah. He just got activated, so I don't think he will be of significance this game, but perhaps in the playoffs, he can change things up. But can the Packers stop the running game of Derrick Henry? That's a question there. With all the injuries that they have, will Evan Williams be back at safety? Will the Packers offensive line step it up a little bit to prevent some injuries for the Packers quarterback? Those are all questions there. So
yeah,
based off of what happens here can dictate how they play the final game. You know, if they win this game against the Ravens, maybe they just rest up most of their guys for that final week, if it's not even of significance, you know?
Yeah, if you're stuck in the
I think this
70s,
game is
why
going to
risk it?
be going down to the wire, of course, and it could be very close.
I just want to throw out there that I think there's a not zero chance that Denver pulls the Detroit Lions of last year. I think there's a decent chance that they lose in the divisional round, even with the bye.
I gotta ask
The
something,
Broncos.
Joe. What are you guys doing this weekend? Just losing to keep that pick, or what's going on?
Dude, you would think, right? But this is the time of year where every year the Raiders will find a way to win a couple meaningless games that knock us down the draft order and right out of quarterback range. So, and we're playing the Giants. So I don't know.
Witching hour.
The Ginas.
Hey, it's the witching hour of the draft, where number one draft pick become number 8. And number 8 becomes number 1.
Yeah, I just want to lose, but look competitive, and lose with dignity, but lose and get that number 1 pick.
Yeah, I was
Well,
going to say,
guys-
watch Genty turn into Maurice Jones-Drew this game, Joe.
There you go.
He's going to have a great game for you.
I love that GD when you play with Duval there. Guys, first of all, I want to say thank you. Have a great Christmas, all of you guys. I appreciate you guys being here every day. So it's weird down here in Florida. It doesn't feel like Christmas because, well, it's like 70 degrees and beautiful out.
Off.
But it's Christmas already. I can't believe we're already here, that we're this far in the season. Thank you, everyone who's been with us all year, not just the season, the preseason, the off season, where we still find good things to talk about. But everyone have a great Christmas. Hope you get a lot of eggnog. Hopefully you don't get some coal in the stocking, as they say. But no, I just want everyone have a great Christmas. We're not going to be here tomorrow. We're taking the day off. We'll be back here Friday morning, and we're definitely see. Look, it's 40. Yeah, it's warm everywhere, right? 40 degrees. I know it's not going to be a white Christmas in Chicago. Everyone have a great Christmas. Enjoy what you can of the football games if you can get them. If you can't get them, contact Woody, because he knows how you can get them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that one. But everyone have a great Christmas, and we'll see you back here Friday. Let me throw it around. Vinny, anything you want to say before we log off here this morning?
All I want to say is when the playoffs hit, it's going to be a new season for not just the Packers and Bears, but all of these teams.
Good point. Joe?
If the Packers make it.
You're muted,
He's on.
Joe.
I said just lose. Just lose, baby.
Just lose, baby. Broski?
Shout out Ashton Genty.
Jesus Christ.
Woody?
Bears, we get hammered all the time in San Fran. Let's go out and be competitive and win this division.
There we go. We'll see you guys Friday. Everyone have a great Christmas Eve and a phenomenal Christmas. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Bear down.